Hello, tarot lovers. This is Mervat from the Egyptian Mystic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very special to me. I want to share with you all my fairy tale and inner child decks that awaken the inner child in you, that make you feel calm and childish. I mean, these decks are very powerful and they really put me in a state of nostalgia. I remember many things and they are very dear to my heart. I did not include my Alice in Wonderland decks. These I will do in another video, but I will start with this beautiful deck, the Inner Child cards by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner. And this is a beautiful deck that I have been looking for a very long time. I got this from eBay, and I think this is it's a used copy, but it's in a very good condition. Here are all in the guidebook. There are the tales are said in very nice way. I love the guidebook so much. It's so sweet, and the stories that were chosen are really gorgeous, and they have a lot to say. So the book is amazing, and the cards themselves are very beautiful. I got this beautiful pouch for the cards, and these are the backs. That they are glossy and thin. They are not I mean, the quality is it's really very thin, but they are very large. These are the cards. The backs are so pretty. As you see, they have this shining sun in the middle, and I trimmed it because it had white borders, so the cards were really large and the borders are gorgeous. So I trimmed it and I edged it in these colors that correspond to the suits, and these cards are gorgeous by all means. This is the Fool, and you see the story in the at the bottom. She's little red cap, and this is Aladdin, and the magic lamp is the magician. Amazing. And this is the fairy godmother, the high priestess. The images are so beautiful and the stories are so nicely picked. The Empress is the Mother Goose, and it's an Egyptian story. And the Emperor's New Clothes is the card used for the Emperor. And the Wizard is the Hierophant. Hansel and Gretel are the lovers, a beautiful card. And Peter Pan is the Chariot. Beauty and the Beast is the Strength card. Look at the cards. So they take you in. They are so attractive to me. The Snow White is the Hermit. Alice in Wonderland is the Wheel of Fortune. The Midas Touch is the Justice card. Oh, and then Jack and the Beanstalk is the Hanging Man. Sleeping Beauty is the Death card. A beautiful story. The Guardian Angel is the Temperance card. The Big Bad Wolf is the Devil, very nicely picked. And Rapunzel is the Tower card. I love this story so much. Wishing Upon a Star is the Star card. Cinderella is the Moon card. Amazing. The Yellow Brick Road is the Sun card. The Three Little Pigs is the Judgment card. The Earth Child is the World card. And then we have the Suit of Wands. It follows the Rider-Waite-Smith, and there are some stories written in the book, but of course not like the measures. And it is a gorgeous deck, so colorful, so pretty, and flowers, fairies, so beautiful and powerful. The Child is the Page. The Seeker of Wands is the Knight. The Guardian is the Queen, and the Guide is the King. And then here is the Suit of Cups. Beautiful, and I love the borders. Very beautiful. The cards are gorgeous. it's a pleasure to work with these beautiful cards. They are large, so I don't think you can use it in a spread. I only pick 3 cards, sometimes only 1 card. The page is the Child of Hearts, Seeker of Hearts is the Knight of Cups, the Guardian, and the Guide. And then the Suit of Swords, and I love the borders, really. It is a gorgeous deck. I don't see it on any channel. I haven't seen it, but I think I saw it a couple of times, quite a long time ago. And since then, I had these images captured in my mind. I kept looking for this deck. I think it's reprinted again. I'm not sure, but I really fell in love with this beautiful, gorgeous deck. And it's one of my favorites. And I always have it close to me. The Seven of Crystal. The artwork is gorgeous. The colors, the images, the stories, everything about this deck is amazing. And it's one of my favorites. That was the Inner Child cards by Isha Lerner. And I have another deck of hers. I like her artwork. And it is really amazing. And then I will show you 2 other decks that are out of print. This is the Fairytale Tarot by Babastudio, and it is also one of the decks that I really tried to find it, and it took me a long time to get it, to have it in my hands. Maybe like 3 years looking for this deck. It was sold for very expensive prices, and I don't have the book, so I'm looking for the book. These are 2 extra cards. This is I don't know, this is the first edition or the second. I think it's the first edition. And there is this small guidebook. Of course, it's not enough. That's why I'm really looking for the guidebook, the accompanying guidebook. This little white book is not so helpful. And here we have the Fool. And the story is written here. The Magician is the storyteller at fault. The High Priestess is Libius, and that's why many of these stories I would love to know. The Empress is Cinderella, the Emperor is the Emperor and the Nightingale. The Hierophant is the 5 wise words of the Guru. The Lovers is Tatterhood. The Chariot is the Snow Queen. Strength is the Beauty and the Beast. The Hermit is Bearskin. Wheel of Fortune is Fortune and the Woodcutter. Justice is the Juniper Tree, and I love this card very much. The Hangman is the shifty lad. The Death card is the Godfather Death. Temperance is water and salt, and this is a beautiful story that I love too. The Devil is the Red Shoes. The Tower is Deirdre of the Sorrows. The Star, the Fairy of the Dawn. The Moon is the Nixie. I love this story too. The Sun is the Sun Child. Judgment is Snow White. The World is Many-Fur. And each of the cards have a story. And so really the guidebook, I would love to have the guidebook. I'm trying to find it. And because this is a very precious deck. This is so well done, and it has no faults. It's so beautiful, really. The images are very pretty and gorgeous. So this is the best fairy tale deck that I have, and by Babastudio, and I do love it. 7 of Cups is the silver plate and the bi-colored apple. A lot of stories, really, and it's gorgeous. I don't know if any of you like the Fairytales decks. I love them. I really love them. And they make me feel so happy, and I get insightful. I mean, I have good readings with these kinds of decks. So look at the artwork and this beautiful border. It is papery. It's not, because it's one of the older Babastudio decks. There is no cold stamp, and the cards are a little bit thinner, but still it has this vintage feel and this gorgeous artwork. This is my favorite deck, the Fairytale Tarot by Babastudio. And these are the backs. I have not edged it, and I don't think I will do it in blue. I think beige or gold, metallic. I think it could be a nice idea. I would love to know what you think of. And that was my beloved Fairytale Tarot by Babastudio. And I have also got the Fairytale Tarot by Liisa Hunt. This is an out-of-print deck, a very difficult deck to find. But because I was not able to find it, I got the Spanish edition. And because I wanted the cards badly, these are the backs. I edged it in this metallic, greenish metallic. And the cards are stunning, gorgeous. So I looked for the book in eBay, and I was lucky enough to find the English book. So I have the English book and the Spanish cards, and the cards are gorgeous. The artwork of Liisa Hunt, I love her decks. I think I have all of her decks, and it would be a nice idea to show all these decks in one in a video. I think I have like 8 of her decks. I love her artwork. I like the small lines and it's all connected with very intricate lines. I do love this style of artwork, and it's a gorgeous deck. And it's beautiful. Look at this card, the world card. It's gorgeous. It is really gorgeous. I haven't read all the stories in the book, but I'm working on it. I pick a card and I read the story behind it, and it is really amazing. Look at this. Oh, lovely. This is the Knight of of Wands, the Queen of Wands. It is adorable. Really, this deck is like no other. This is the Three of Cups. Look at the flowers and the window, the glass window, and it is adorable. So if you are in love with this deck, I think it's a great idea to get yourself this Spanish edition. I hope it's still available. I bought this 5 years ago, and the book I got it last year because it was so difficult to find it. And I'm so happy that I had this. I found at last these cards because they are really gorgeous and a pleasure to have. Look at the Ace of Pentacles. Amazing, amazing. Each card is a masterpiece. It's gorgeous. And look at this, the Nine of Pentacles. Look at her, the duvet, and how, I mean, the artwork is stunning. And this one, all the cards are gorgeous. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck, the Fairytale Tarot by Liisa Hunt. And I got myself the Fairytale Lenormand by Liisa Hunt, and they work perfectly well together. I read Lenormand, and I love, I have a nice collection of Lenormand decks, and this one is amazing. Can you see the artwork? These are two extra lady and man and gentleman, and it is gorgeous. Look at the rider, the clover, the ship, the house, the tree. It's amazing. One of my best Lenormand decks, and I use it a lot. I use it for clarifying. Sometimes I read with these two decks, and it is stunning, really stunning. So this is a gorgeous deck that is really, I'm so happy to have it. And here is the gentleman and the lady that I use in my deck. It's a gorgeous deck. It's still available, I think. So it's worth buying because it's really gorgeous. And then I will show you this deck, which is my favorite of all times. This is the Fairytale Oracle by Jasmine Griffith and Lucy Cavendish, and this is my favorite oracle, and I adore it. It's such a beautiful book. The guidebook is such a beautiful book, very nicely written. The stories are amazing. The advice and the way it's written is gorgeous. I mean, I think I'll get another copy because you can't imagine how much I love this deck. These are the cards, and I edged it in different colors because it has different colors, and the stories behind these gorgeous cards are so, I really feel touched and moved to the core by these cards. I didn't think that I could love and feel connected to a deck like this, especially that some of you might feel that the artwork of Jasmine Griffith is somehow similar, but it is amazing. It's so powerful. It's so nicely done. And it has such a strong energy. I feel so much attracted to these cards. And whenever I feel down, it's especially uplifting to me because the stories always touch, they always tell me something. There is always a message that I get from this deck. It never failed me, not even once. So I highly recommend this gorgeous oracle. It's my favorite of all oracles. It's my favorite of Lucy Cavendish cards, and I have no words because if you follow me on my channel, this is my favorite deck, one of my really very precious decks. So this is the Fairytale Oracle by Lucy Cavendish, and then let me show you this beautiful, gorgeous deck. This is the Dame Darcey Mermaid Tarot, and this is a beautiful, she's an artist, and she really was so, it was really so successful, this deck. This is the second edition, and these are the gorgeous backs. I edged it in blue, and this is one of those decks that makes me feel that speaks to my inner child. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, easy to read with, and but the images and the artwork are so childish, so powerful, and the choice of colors, the images are gorgeous, and this is a much loved deck. I saw it on many channels before getting it. I think I got it maybe 8 years ago, and I was so happy that there was a second edition. Most of the ones that I followed in YouTube, if any of them spoke about this deck, it was always very positively. It's one of these beautiful, unique decks, and I was hesitant to get it, and I didn't know why are they so loving this deck. But when I had it and I worked with it, it really deserves a lot of love. And look at the queens, they look you straight in the eye. Amazing. The artwork is amazing. It's a very good reader. Look at this. Three of Swords. It's a very good reader, and I really love it. Look at this. Nine of Swords. The artwork is stunning, very expressive, and this Queen of Swords is my favorite. She's so beautiful, so powerful, and the look in her eyes and these tears. I like also the way the titles are written. It's a unique deck. By all means, it's one of a kind. So this is a beautiful inner child deck that I wanted to share with you. The Mermaid Tarot by Dame Darcey, and this is an indie deck. This is the second edition. And then I have this amazing deck, this adorable deck, the Last Unicorn Tarot. And this is so, I have a very, I feel so sentimental about this deck because it is the first deck that was shown on my channel, my YouTube channel. And I feel it has a very special place in my heart. I will not talk about the quality. it's not only that the quality is gorgeous, the guidebook is amazing, you see, very high quality, but it is so nicely written. I did not see the movie, so by using the book, I felt that I have already seen it. The guidebook is amazing. The cards are stunning. Look at the backs. Gorgeous. It's matte. It's gilded in this muted gold, this matte gold. And look at this, the cards with this gold border. This is Schmendrick, the Fool, who is the main character. The Magician. The High Priestess is one of my favorites because if you have a look at her, she has both eyes in different colors. Each one is in one direction. One of them, she's thinking of her home, the enchanted forest she has been in. And the other, she's looking at the trip ahead of her, where she has to go and save the last unicorns, the unicorns that were captured by the king. So it is a very good depiction, amazing depiction. And all the cards are so powerful. This is the emperor that caged the unicorns. And each character is amazing. I felt so connected to the characters, to the story, and the cards are so unique. It's amazing. It is a masterpiece. It really deserves more love and attention, and it's one of the best decks that I have. The quality is amazing. The card stock is gorgeous. The story is very touching and amazing, very nicely written. All the minors are easy to read, and the measures and the characters are so nicely written and explained, so you will really enjoy reading this deck. I got it from Amazon, it's done by Guy Kiffy, and it was at the time when I got it $75. I hope it's still available because it's such a beautiful, beautiful deck. And really it's a unique deck, one of a kind, and one of my precious decks. The artwork is amazing, and although it's done by several artists, but you don't feel it. The measures, I think 4 artists did this deck, one for each suit, but you will not feel this. I didn't know before I read it in the guidebook, because it's so connected and so close to each other. That was my deck that I wanted to share, and now is the time for this gorgeous deck, the Arboridium deck. This deck is amazing. I got it from eBay. It's an indie deck. It's signed, but this I need to speak about it because it has a very special story. It's done by these Phil and Jackie Lovesay, husband and wife, and they are the creators of this beautiful, amazing deck. And I want to tell you something about this before I go and show you the cards. The main character in this deck is Matlock the Hare, and he's learning magic, and he accidentally stumbled over a curious green leather-bound book in his master's potionery, and it was called the Arboridium, and his master was not annoyed, and told him, the Arboridium is so much more than just a book, young Matlock. It's a magical life lesson, perhaps the most important you will ever learn. And it comes to us in many different forms, finds us in many different ways. So Matlock had the book and started reading this book, and he began to realize that no page ever stayed the same. Nothing was fixed. Passages and pictures and everything, it was so changeable. And at the end of the book, there are these beautiful words that were written. Your Arboridium is unique, yet is us all. Everything is connected. The Arboridium is all that is, was, and is yet to come. a forest of life's experience, rooted by the fertile earth we stand upon. Together we find nourishment, love, and comfort in all our beginnings. Individually, we grow stronger, our trunks taller, branches intertwining to record the seasons of our lives in a bursting canopy, reaching high into the twinkle lid that sits above to us all. Thus are we all as one, thus are we all Arboridium. So it is amazing. It's so nicely done. It talks about this Arboridium where you will find all types of animals, and they have their special language, which is written in this guidebook. That's the plan of the place. And in the guidebook, you see a colored page and a lovely story and lessons to be learned. So it is a very unique deck, very attractive, and very well done. And let me show you the amazing cards. These are the backs, and they are one of the cards. It's the Arboridium. You see how it looks like. This is the gorgeous tree, and this owl, and this represents knowledge and wisdom. It's gorgeous, and it was chosen to be the backs of the cards. And I edged it in this metallic blue, and the cards are stunning. A lot is done, and I think it took them a long time to get this deck done. This is the Magickal hair Matlock, and he speaks during in the guidebook, and he tells you the story. He tells you the lessons he learned. He speaks about the members of this Arboridium, and the artwork is stunning. The guidebook is very nicely done, and you will feel, you can imagine this forest when you read the book, and you will really feel that you belong to this forest. It's so nicely done, and it's one of the best decks that I have. The artwork is stunning, the quality is great, and it's a very good reader, very powerful. I mean, really powerful. I mean, it's not a shallow deck, although the images are so cartoonish, but it is amazing, amazing. And I'm so happy that I got it. I saw it on one of the videos, I think, or maybe on Etsy. I was attracted to the images, but I'm so happy that I did buy this gorgeous deck. A beautiful, beautiful Oracle, 44 cards, and it's the Arboridium. I love it. So this is one of my very dear decks, close to my heart. And I will show you this beautiful Nicoletta Coccelli deck. We all know this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And I saw it on many channels. I don't think that anyone has talked negatively about this gorgeous deck. These are the beautiful backs, and I edged it in this beautiful gold, light gold, because I did not want to remove the borders. I really like it, and this deck takes you in. It's so powerful. The artwork is stunning and amazingly accurate. I mean, it is one of the best decks that has been done in my point of view, and I would love that it could be reprinted in a larger, using larger cards and borderless. Look at this one, the devil. Many cards are so nice. Not many, all the cards are beautiful, and it could be read intuitively. I don't think it's an easy deck for beginners, and it's better used as an oracle, because sometimes look at this, Seven of Wands. It's so look at this. I'm sorry, I keep I get distracted. This is the Nine of Wands. I mean, look at this. Stunning. I have no words to explain this gorgeous, powerful deck. So I don't know. I forgot what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that this deck could be read intuitively and better read intuitively. And if it was, and that's why I thought of buying another copy and removing everything. But then I said, that's why I'm hesitant. Should I keep it this way? Or should I trim it and use it as an oracle without any, because it's not easy to read with as Rider-Waite-Smith. Look at this Five of Swords. My God. The images are extremely powerful and beautiful. Look at this Ten of Swords. Look at this. She's a genius. She is a genius, really, because this deck is one of a kind. I don't think there is many decks like this. Such a powerful deck. It could be used for shadow work. It could be used it gives a lot, very strong insights, and the artwork is stunning. This deck has it all. So that because of that, I wish that they could reproduce it. And I got the Oracle, but I love this tarot deck much more. This is Nicoletta Coccelli's deck, which is adorable, and I do love it. And then I have this Tarot of the Divine. This is a beautiful deck that's done, that's mass market, and I highly recommend it. It's a gorgeous deck. The guidebook is so nice, and it explains the cards. And because I wanted to know more about the stories in detail, I got this book, which is Beneath the Moon, by the same author, but it is not explaining the cards. It's stories around the world. It doesn't have to be about the cards. Very few of the cards that are found here. So the book is not related to the cards, but it is a beautiful, very beautiful book. Let me show you the cards, because they are really gorgeous. They have these backs, and they have this quality. It's like linen, and it is gorgeous. I thought of trimming them and edging it in this color. I'm so hesitant, so I would love to know your opinion. Should I trim it or not? I think by trimming it, it will be better. I'm really hesitant. I have it since a long time, and it reads very well. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's gorgeous, full of beautiful stories that will take you around the world. It's underrated. It's gorgeous. It deserves much more attention. I saw it on many channels before, and I fell in love with it immediately, and everyone talks about it positively. So it's a very unique and beautiful deck. The artwork is gorgeous. Everything about this deck is amazing. Look at this Nine of Wands. Gorgeous, very beautiful. And the guidebook is very helpful and very nice. And then here we have now this is the World card, the Judgment, the Sun, beautiful, Horus, King Horus, and the Moon, the Star, very beautiful, Temperance, the Death card, Hanged Man, and Justice, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, Strength, the Chariot, the Lovers. It's a gorgeous deck, really gorgeous. The Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Empress. So this is one of my favorite decks. It's mass market, and I really advise you all to get it. I highly recommend it. It's a gorgeous deck, and you will never regret getting it. But my question to you is, should I trim the deck or not? I would love to know in your comments if I should, or I keep it as it is. I still have 4 decks to show you. This is the fantastic Menagerie Tarot by Babastudio, and it's dedicated to Grandville scenes, which were usually intended for a political or social commentary. His caricatures are great. I think during the year 18 something. Let me read it to you. It's homage to the great French caricaturist and illustrator J.J. Grandville, and they used these original images and they try to keep it and use it for the deck, and it is an astonishing deck. This is the second edition, the gold stamped edition by Babastudio. I'm so happy that I had it. I got it from one of my friends in eBay. It was secondhand, but I fell in love with these cards. It's gorgeous. It's really talks to your inner child. It's amazing, and the quality is great. It's so beautiful. The choice of animals and insects, and the how do you call it? The messages that are you get during the readings are great. And look at the colors are so pastel-like, and this gold stamp added a lot, and it made it so unique. Look at this. I love this deck. It's one of my favorite, and it's the last deck that I got from Babastudio, although it is one of the oldest decks. But because I could not get it, I didn't find it easily, and I'm so happy that I got it. And if you remember, there is the Chris Anne, her deck that is called Fantastical Creatures, I think, Fantastical Creatures by Chris Anne, is inspired by this deck. The people they have the bodies of a person and the head of an animal, and I think it reminds me a lot of this deck. But of course, this is way better. Look at this beautiful Knight of Wands is like the unicorn. I don't know if you could see the images or not, but it's a gorgeous deck, and I have the guidebook. It's so nicely done, and as all Babastudio's deck, they never fail to please you. They are so well done, and I think they are the best decks that you could find, quality wise, and everything about this deck is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Look at the images, and it is a powerful deck that talks to your inner child. And oh, look at this Eight of Swords, beautiful giraffe, amazing. And this is the Ten of Swords, beautiful deck, really gorgeous. The Queen of Swords, look at her, oh my god, the King. And this is the Ace of Coins, the Two of Coins. It's a gorgeous deck, really a gorgeous deck. So that was one of the decks that I wanted to share with you, fantastic Menagerie Tarot. And I think it will be a long video. Now I have this beautiful deck, the Fairies and Magical Creatures Tarot. This is a mass market deck that you produced by Mango, and it is gorgeous. The box is very nice. The book is great, very nicely written, and it talks about you see here all the measures are creatures, magical creatures, and here is the story of the character in all the measures, and all the court cards. You see here, let me show you. The court cards are all the stories are written, and then the minors are like a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So this is a gorgeous deck. It's large, you see here. The backs are very pretty. I edged it in green to match this, and they are very unique and special. If you read the guidebook, you will know these beautiful fairies and fantastical creatures. You will read the stories about them. Look at this beautiful Hierophant and the Chariot, the Strength card, gorgeous. The Hermit, it's adorable, very high quality. They are glossy, but really this is a beautiful deck that I highly recommend. Look at the Star, amazing. The Moon, gorgeous, very, very beautiful. And then the court cards are very easy to interpret, beautiful, beautiful cards. Follows the Rider-Waite-Smith and easy to read with. The Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King, they have their stories you can read from the book. And here are the Suit of Cups, like the Rider-Waite-Smith, easy to interpret. Look at the cards, very beautiful. The characters are great. This is a very nice deck. And then here are the characters. I love this Queen of Cups with her hair. Amazing. And look at this Ace of Swords. My God, it's so beautiful, and it follows the Rider-Waite-Smith. Look at the Seven of Swords. And then here are the court cards. Each of them, look at this Queen of Swords. Stunning. And then the Pentacles. It's a beautiful, really a very beautiful deck. And here are the court cards. Look at the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a stunning deck that speaks to your inner child and very powerful at the same time, and I highly recommend it. It's the Fairies and Magical Creatures Tarot, Magic and Mysticism, a gorgeous deck. And I have here 3 other decks that I wanted to share with you. First, I want to show you this beautiful deck. Mystical Medleys, a vintage cartoon tarot. This is such a gorgeous deck. By all means, look at the box from the inside. Amazing. And this is the guidebook. Beautiful. And even the quality is like so vintage, so beautiful, so well thought of. The box is beautiful, amazing, like this. And let me show you the cards. Are gorgeous. The backs are like so cartoonish, so pure, and it's papery, and it is stunning. It reminds me of my children, my kids. I feel they used to see these cartoons when they were young, and I do my homework, I do my housework, and they are watching the TV all the time. SpongeBob and these creatures, and so I feel so nostalgic. This deck reminds me of my boys when they were young, and sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I have my tears when I see this deck because I remember my children. I feel so nostalgic. I remember them when they were young, and I feel really I see them. So this is a beautiful, very dear deck to my heart. Look at the, how can it's so good and so nicely done and so underrated. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith that you can easily read with, and you will see all these images that you have seen when you were young. Amazing, amazing. It deserves a medal. Look at the quality of the cards, and even the way the borders and the font that is used, the colors, so vintage, so well thought of. It's a genius. It's a genius deck. Amazing. So I really, this is a deck that's underrated, and it deserves more attention and love. This is the Mystical Medleys Vintage Cartoon Tarot. I give this deck 10 over 10. It's great. It's really great. And still I have 2 more decks. This is the Sea Witch Tarot, and this is a vintage deck. A vintage deck. Sorry. This is an indie deck that I got from Amazon. Now I started to lose my concentration. I have this bad habit of sometimes I get really lost. So this deck is so beautiful. Let me concentrate now. This deck, I got it from Etsy. It's a gorgeous deck, and it's so well done. These are the gorgeous bags, so beautiful. And I edged it in this color, blue, and it is very, very beautiful. And it talks about the mermaid. This is the witch that helped the mermaid and gave her this magical drink, and she lost her sight, and she's in all the cards. She looks like this with her feet like octopus, and it's so childish and so nicely done. And the story of the mermaid is one of the stories that I was so attracted to when I was young. And I felt for this beautiful mermaid, how romantic she was and how loving she was. And this is one of the stories that I never forgot. So when I saw this deck, I wanted to buy it. And it makes me feel so nostalgic. The artwork is stunning. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and it's very nicely done. The colors are gorgeous and the artwork is amazing, and I love it. I really love it so much. So I really highly recommend it. It's an indie deck. I think $50, something like that, 60. And it came, it was very nicely chipped and packaged when I got it, and I really love it. The artwork is amazing, and it sticks to the Rider-Waite-Smith, so it's so easy to read with, and it is stunning. A beautiful deck, the Sea Witch Tarot, and I wanted to share it with you. And my last deck is this beautiful deck, which is called the Fairytale Tarot deck by La Muki Design, and this is the box. It doesn't talk about fairy tales, but it is amazingly childish and beautiful. Look at the backs. And I think it came edged in black, or what? Did I edge it? I can't remember. But it is, no, I did the edging. I edged it in black. It's gorgeous. It's so colorful. It's so childish. And it is a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I don't know why it was called the Fairytale Tarot. I don't know. It has no guidebook. But it is really like a childish deck with all these bright colors and beautiful images, and it is Rider-Waite-Smith. So it is a fantastic deck, so positive, full of positive energy, and you will really love it. I like it. It's an indie deck, and I got also the Phantom Tarot. It's done by La Muki Design. I think they are the ones who did the Baroque deck, I think so. And the images are amazing. It's so colorful, it's so beautiful, and the persons are so childish, the characters and the artwork. So I find that this is also a beautiful deck that connects me to my inner child, and I use it when I'm nostalgic, or I feel I want to something dreamy. I do love this deck so much, and I was hesitant whether to share it or not. It doesn't talk about fairy tales, but I find it so childish. I find it so so pretty and so unique and special. So that was my last deck about my inner child decks. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to see more of these decks. If you have any, or if any one is interested to do a VR, I will be more than happy. So thank you so much for watching, and then I will later do a video about my Alice in Wonderland decks. It will have been too much to have them all in one video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please share, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching, and bye.